Hey, beautiful Facebookers. Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing awesome. Guys, it was a beautiful day today. Actually, it is still beautiful. It's warm on the inside. You don't have anything doing, just step out for a little bit. Work out, do something. So today we're going to talk about a very important issue. Okay. Hi, Emma. Thanks for hopping on. Today's info is going to be so detailed, guys. I just need you to, stay put a little bit. I'm going to start this whole information, in just about a minute. All right. Man, I love this song. All right. Emma, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate your time, girl. Um, just about to start. And yeah, let me reduce the volume on this. All right. So once again, my name is Rocky Kwekwe Champon. I'm a credit consultant. And today's info is just about how to build your credit, how to establish credit in the first place, how to protect your credit, and some info about repairing your credit. Okay. We both know credit is very important. In the US here, actually credit is a must. It's a necessity. Okay. If you don't have a good credit, you're actually I'm not gonna say doomed, which is too much of a strong word, but you're limited. Okay. So in the first place, what is credit? Hi Apostle, thanks for hopping on. Please, whenever you hop on, just let me know where you're hopping on from, what state, what city, okay, so I can properly address you. Okay. And if you realize I'm sharing some good nuggets, just give me a thumbs up or a like. Invite your friends to come on this because this is going to be very informative. Okay. So today we're talking about credit. Okay. So what is credit in the first place? Credit is a three-digit number, right? That our financial companies or institutions use to check how responsible you are with your dedicated accounts. Okay. Or any accounts issued in your name. Okay. So how this works is with your payments, it measures up by using a FICO score or a Vantage score, okay, calculating system to figure out how worthy you are of being awarded new loans, new lines of credit, you know. So most people get our credit damaged because we lack information, we lack education. Some of us came in here with, I'm Ghanaian per se, so I know what a lot of people are going through right now. We're coming here and then we're giving a false, information that this is the US, it's the land of opportunities. Yes, it is a land of opportunities, but you don't need to abuse those opportunities. You're given credit cards, some money is available to you, but never forget that money is not yours. Okay, so you don't want to ruin it, you don't want to ruin your reputation. You don't want to ruin the kind of trust that these financial institutions have in you. Okay, else we both know how important credit is. Okay, without credit, guys, when I came in the US first, I went into a mobile shop. I tried to get a mobile phone and I was asked for a credit card, and I was like, why do you need a credit card? I have the money to pay it off right away. They said, if I don't have a credit card, I'm not going to get a phone. Guys, credit is very important, just to the basic amenity like a phone, all the way to getting a car, to a house, to other credit cards, to other loans, mortgage. You need credit, guys. People neglect this issue because it's a touchy issue. Most of us don't even know our credit scores because people are too shy to check their credit scores, guys. And I understand. I perfectly understand it. Okay, it's a very touchy subject. All right. So the very first thing we need to do is accept the fact that our credit is messed up. The best way to fix your credit or anything in this world is by accepting the fact that you have an issue. Okay, so once you have an issue with your credit, you need to establish ways to fix that credit. Okay, so with this being said, I'm going to jump straight to how to establish your credit. Okay, so the first way you need to establish your credit is by getting either a checking account or a savings account or a combination of both. That is your first way to check usually, because that will build a rapport or a kind of trust between you and that bank or that credit union that's going to issue that those accounts to you. Okay, that is your first way of building your credit. Okay, that actually initiates the fact that you have a credit. All right. Secondly, okay, and this is great. This option I'm going to give you is usually the best option if you're new to credit. Okay, get a secured card. What I mean by a secured card is, right, if if you are rejected by, other shops, other banks for trying to get a credit card, okay, getting a credit card, they have to run your credit. Usually, if you don't have, a good credit background, you're going to be declined. Okay, if you start getting too many inquiries, you're going to get declined. Okay, inquiries really hurt you, so please don't take it lightly. Okay, so the best thing to do is go in for secure cards, guys. And what secure cards does is, okay, secure cards give you the opportunity, all right, to build your credit. For every deposit of your own money that you put in, your secure cards actually build your credit. The longer you have a secure card, builds up your credit too, guys. So you really want to take advantage of secure cards, okay? All right. You must have one deposit, and that deposit is going to get fixed. So every month you make that same deposit, okay? Depending on the bank or that financial institution that gives you the secured card, they will determine, or both of you will have to come to an agreement as to how much you deposit every month. And that goes a long way. With that, actually, your credit is not usually pulled, because before you go in for credit, secure card, it's actually telling that institution that you really want to build up a credit, not necessarily fix a credit or get an extra line of credit. By getting the secure card as an extra line of credit, it's good. It's awesome. Okay, you couldn't have any better way. And guys, if you have any questions, you can type it in the chat box. I'll address it accordingly. Okay. Next is to take out a small loan from your credit union or bank. Guys, another way to build up your credit is getting a loan. Okay. Let's say you have a car, you're new to US. Okay. You're new to US. Sorry about that, guys. I got a call. You're new to US, and because of your job, you want to get a car. Awesome. You might not have the money right away. Even if you have the money right away, I'd suggest you go in for an auto loan, because that money, once you use that money to buy the car, you're not getting anything with respect to credit. Okay, you're not putting anything in your credit. Sorry about that, guys. People are just busting my lines. Hey, Felix, thanks for hopping on, and I appreciate your info this afternoon. Okay, it was awesome. G, thanks for hopping on. So, I was talking about getting a small loan from your bank to build up your credit or to establish credit. So most of us, when we're new in the US, one of the best ways is to get a car. Okay. Some of us are afraid of debts, and I'm gonna tell you, embrace debts. The reason why I'm saying that is because of debts that you build up your credit. You build up your credit with debts in the US. So if you're scared of credit, trust me, I'm gonna tell you, get over yourself and get a loan. Okay, get a car loan. Most of us have jobs. You got to drive quite a distance before you get to your job. Don't pay off a car with cash. You can actually use that cash for something else. Okay, do that, and it's gonna help you a lot. Get a loan from the bank. All right, it might have an interest rate on it. Okay, but get a loan. Get a very cheap car from the beginning. Don't go jump up and then get a Mercedes or a BMW. Please. This is the US. It's a land of opportunities. But please, let's try to be as wise as possible. Okay. Get a car. Get a little loan, maybe a $5,000 loan. Spread that 5,000 for about 3 years or 5 years. Okay. Your monthly consistent payment actually builds up your credit. Okay. I'd advise a lot. Sorry about that, people. People are busting up my line. I'm doing this live on the phone. Sorry about that. So get a car loan. Have your bank, give you a loan. Okay. If the interest rates on the car is too high, get a refinancing from the bank. Okay. Come to an agreement. Get a loan. Pay off the car in bits. Okay. That actually builds up your credit in two ways. The first is you have the duration, how long you've had the credit. Okay. You've had the credit duration. or the credit history. Okay, you have that. Plus, you're making constant monthly payments. You don't miss your payments, guys. Those two are two things. Those are two things you get in one account, guys. So you want to be taking advantage of loans. Okay, I'm Ghanaian. I know how we feel about loans. People are scared to get debts. But guys, this is the US. This is not Ghana. We live on loans. So get a loan and build your credit. Third is to become an authorized user. Okay. The thing about being an authorized user is you should have a kind of rapport or a relationship with a person who you want to, you want them to put you on their credit as an authorized user. Okay. It's usually for family, for daughters, spouses, people who are actually related, because you can't trust somebody more. So how authorized users actually work is yeah. Gee, I get you. But please, don't, you can hate loans, but don't hate it too much. Okay? Get maybe one loan, not something so big, something you can actually manage and build towards it, because it's going to help you in the long run. Okay? So yeah, coming back to authorized user. So an authorized user, how that works is once you figure out somebody has a very good credit, has good on-time payment history, okay, their credit is real good, they're not likely to mess it up, you can approach them and be like, hey, dude, I realize you have really, really good credit, and I need to build up my credit, guys. So could you please do me a favor and put me on your credit as an authorized user? I don't actually need to have a card. All I need to do is having to be on your credit, okay? Whatever you get, I get the same. It actually builds up my credit. If you do an on-time payment, it goes into my name too, because my name is on your account too. Okay. The best thing, one thing to look out for is you need to know that that person makes on-time payments. You don't want the person, messing up your credit. You're putting your trust in that person, so you need to know that that person is reliable and responsible for their own, financial being. Okay. Yes. So that being said, that is an excellent way to build up your credit. And then people with parents, exactly. Please do your kids the favor of putting them on your account as authorized users. Why I say this is some parents are selfish. I'm not gonna hide about that. I'm gonna say it straight. Some parents are really selfish. They think about themselves and not others, their kids, which is actually supposed to be a no-brainer. Okay, put your kids on your credit as authorized users without giving them a card. That'll help them hit the ground running. They don't need to come out and start looking for ways to build up their credit. Do that to help them. They come out and they won't bother you again. They have excellent credit. They can actually apply for new lines of credit because they're up to age now and they have the responsibility. They know how to manage accounts. Once you're there, and this is my responsibility, I'm teaching everybody to do this. Okay? Build up your credit, establish excellent credit, and teach your kids how you did it. Don't keep it up yourself and say, hey, I'm going to wait for my kids to grow up and then learn about themselves. That is selfish. Teach your kids the right way. Even the Bible says, so they don't depart from it. Guys. Okay. So let's do this, and it's going to help a lot more people. Okay. The next is, making making sure a personal account is correct. Make sure with your banks or whatever place you have, yes, we definitely need to teach the next generation, guys. We can't be selfish. The best way to actually get rich right now is not from one person. It's generational wealth. Okay. That being said, it's about time we put our credit, education in our generations too. We can't wait for them to grow up and then say, hey, your kids are actually going to hate you for that because you knew it and you failed to tell them. Okay. So let's help spread that information, and let's not be an obstacle for our the next generation coming. Let's actually help them up the level. We can't be selfish. Okay, we got to teach our kids and our kids' kids. Once we start this, this generation, the next generation is not going to follow up in our footsteps. Okay, definitely. Gee, I appreciate that. Do that. Okay, teach them how to manage money. Tell them and ourselves too not to live beyond our means. If you know you can't afford something, don't go get a credit card and then say, I have a credit card, so I'm going to buy it. It's not advisable. If you have a credit card, okay, and I'll come to that soon. If you have a credit card, guys, that doesn't give you the opportunity or the go ahead to rack up or maximize your card. Use everything on your card. And I'll get to that real soon. Okay. Making sure that your personal information is accurate, guys. You need to make sure that your date of birth, your name, your addresses, everything is accurate, because you can actually be building your credit and it's going to be in someone else's name. It's going to be, directed to someone's address, guys. You don't want to be, you need to do a constant check of your credit report. If you realize something weird on the report, call the financial institute or that company, okay, that had that thing on your credit report. Get back to them and tell them, hey, I found this weird thing on my credit report, and I need to figure out how this thing came up. Legally, they're obligated to tell you whatever info that they had or the reason why they had that on your credit report. Hi, Sammy, Samuel Ajamang, thanks for hopping on. And please do me the favor and then chime in and tell me where you're hopping on from, so I can actually properly or appropriately address you. Okay. So it's actually necessary to pay your bills on time, and I'll come to that. Okay. The reason why you want to pay your bills on time is we use this module to calculate your credit score, and we call it the FICO score credit calculator. Okay. Other companies use Vantage. They're the two main, Vantage and FICO. One thing I'm going to tell you is Credit Karma uses Vantage, and I'm going to tell you this in addition to that. Not most companies accept a Vantage score calculation. What you see on Credit Karma might not necessarily be what is needed by the banks. The banks need FICO scores, not Vantage scores. So if you're getting scores from Credit Karma, it might not necessarily be accurate. Credit Karma gives you credit scores between two credit bureaus. Actually, there are three main credit bureaus, and you need to be watchful for that. You don't want to mess up your credit thinking Credit Karma is going to give you, like, let's say your credit score is 710, okay, and that is between two credit bureaus, mind you. You go to a car dealership. You say you want a car. They pull your credit, and your credit is in like 680. You'll be there looking starstruck. Yeah, you should have known better, because it's between two credit bureaus. What if the third credit bureau had a low score? That's going to pull your whole average down. Okay, so please, let's try as much as possible to get FICO scores. Okay, and that FICO score is going to give you the best score that you could ever have. Okay, if you want to check your credit, use a FICO score calculator. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna jump to how to maintain a good credit, guys. And before I do this, I'm gonna tell you about how your credit is actually calculated, guys. There are 5 ways or 5 constituents to your credit. Okay. There's your payment history, guys, and that you don't want to play with payment history. Okay. Payment history goes a long way, and that is the biggest piece of the pie. That constitutes 35% of your credit score. Guys, you don't want to be missing payments. I'm not going to play and tell you that you can fumble around with your payments and it's not going to hurt you. It will hurt you. It most definitely will hurt you. So please, if you have payments due, pay. In fact, pay your payments before the due date. And I'm going to give you one little trick. If you have a debt due, pay your first installment 15 days before the end. That is going to count as one payment. And pay the last bit of the payment 3 days before the actual due date. Do you know what happens? It tricks the system to thinking you made 2 payments. That is one piece of a nugget, and I want you to take it seriously, guys. Do so, and it's going to help you out. The system is going to think you've made 2 payments instead of 1. Who wouldn't want more for less? Okay. The next is your amount you used, guys. If you have credit cards, please, I'm begging you, don't use the whole expense of the card. Don't maximize the card. Don't max the card out. I will tell you to use, or most banks or whatever financial institution there is will tell you to use up to just about 30% of the threshold of the card. That being said, if you're issued a card of like $1,000 limit, please just make sure you don't go beyond $300. Okay, don't go beyond $300. The reason why I say that is anything beyond the 30% actually hurts you. Staying between the 30, between the 1 and 30% actually builds up your credit. And if you have one best way to fix your credit, okay, and build your credit at the same time is paying off debts. Hi, Adam. Thanks for hopping on. Pay off your debts, guys. I know somebody, and I'm a living testament to that. When I came to the US, I didn't have that education. Okay, I maxed out my credit card because of some situations. Guys, life happens. Things are gonna happen that is beyond your control. Okay, you're gonna max out on your credit card. Okay, and when that happens, don't be afraid. And I'm gonna tell you, maxing out your credit card can reduce your credit score up to about 100 points. Yeah, 100 points. You don't want to be playing with that. Okay, pay off your debt, the debts on the card. Okay, you realize that I have someone who increases score by 110 points just by paying off the debts on his credit card. So please, you want to pay off the debts on your credit cards. Okay, reduce your credit card debt to up to 30% of the threshold of the card, and that will keep you in a safe zone. It will build your credit. It will help you out. The next, okay, which is 15, is your length of credit. Hey, Emma, thanks for hopping on. If you realize I'm sharing some really good nuggets, let me know. Just give me a thumbs up, a like, let me know. So, the next is the length of credit, which constitutes 15% of your credit score. Guys, the best way I'm gonna like this to real life issues is, let's say you have a bottle of wine. Wines taste better over time. Okay, if you have a wine, keeping it longer. That's why older wines are more expensive. Okay, in the same way, if you have your credit for a long time, it actually builds up your credit. Okay, hey, thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. It builds up your credit. Okay, that's why I keep telling parents that please put your kids on your cards or on your credit files as authorized users. You want them to hit the ground running. You want them to have a long credit history before they're up to age. You don't need to give them credit cards. All they need is for their name is to be on your credit file as authorized users. Okay, when they grow up, hit the 18, you can actually take them off. Once they're taken off, they have credit history. Okay, so you want to have a long history between, the minimum credit history that you want to have is 2 years. After that, it's actually going to start building up your credit. Okay. Next is the new line of credit, which constitutes 10% of your credit score. That being said, new line of credit is actually geared towards inquiries. Okay, 1 or 2 inquiries are okay. Okay, it doesn't hurt you. You can go inquire to get a new credit card. Yes, you can. You actually can. You can add them once they're kids. Once you have the social security card and whatever necessary information that they need. Okay. All right, Christine, thanks for hopping on. Once you have whatever necessary documents that they need, that's it. You're all set. You don't even need to get them credit cards. Once they get to 18, you can take them off or they can go live their life and they hit the ground running. They don't need to go struggle, find a way to build up their credit, guys. Let's help our kids. Let's not wait for them to grow up to our age before they learn what we know now. It's our responsibility to teach them before they even grow up. Okay? So like I said, let's get back to the new credit, which is 10%. What that does is, once you go in to get an inquiry or apply for a loan, apply for a credit card, it won't hurt you. But as I appreciate that, Christine. Hey, Christine here is an awesome person. She followed the footsteps that I'm taking. She actually led me into taking the footsteps that I'm taking. So please give it up for her. So get back to new credit, which constitutes 10% of your credit credit scores. Okay, you don't want to have more than 2 inquiries on your account. Anything more than 2 hurts you. The reason why I'm saying that is most of your financial institutions are going to see you as a desperate person looking for credit, and nobody wants a desperate person. Okay, if you want to get you want an opportunity, or let's say somebody throws $1,000 watch in the air, and you be like the beast, jump out of the air, scratching people back and forth just to grab that. What do you think is going to happen to the rest of the people around you? They're going to see us. Yeah, dude, you're such an opportunist. We don't want to be close to you guys. You're going to kill all of us if chance be, if there's that chance. So most financial institutions don't want people who are desperate for credit. Okay, so please, anything more than 3, please. Anything more than 2, please stop applying for credit. Stop. Instead of applying for credit, apply for a secure card and you'll be safe. Okay. That being said, let's jump on to the type of credit used, which constitutes 10% of your credit score, guys. That constitute or that is made up of the credit mix, or a mix of credit card. Actually, it is best to have between 3 to 5 credit cards. I know people who have about 10. I know people who have about 15 credit cards. I'm not saying that is bad if you can manage it. Okay. Sorry guys, the call came in. So once you can manage all those accounts equally, okay, keeping an eye on all of them, I have no problem with that. But if you know you can't, stick to between 3 and 5. Don't go beyond that. It's actually safer and ideal to do that. Okay, you don't want to go beyond that, because that, I'm going to tell you, will kill you. If you don't know how to manage accounts, don't live beyond your means, guys. Most of us, we like the flashy things. Nobody says trying to live good is bad. Live good, but at your own means, or at your own pace. Don't look at somebody and try to live the life they live. Who knows what they'll have to go through to get there? Okay, you can't come to the U.S. the first day. In 1 year, you'll be like, I saw my friend using a Lamborghini. Okay, I'm gonna get a Lamborghini. Do you know how long that friend has been in the U.S.? Do you know the kind of job he does? Please measure, cut your own according to your cloth, your coat according to your cloth, guys. Don't go look at somebody, to compare yourself to. Fine, be in a group of. We're not saying it's actually good. Live within the premises of rich people, and they're going to change your mindset. Okay. So don't go live beyond your means. Okay, stick to between 3 to 5 credit cards or credit accounts and build it from there. Okay, that is the safest and the best way to get, to maintain a card or good credit. Okay, so you need to show you can manage revolving accounts. That is, getting most revolving accounts is credit cards. Okay, hi Antoinette, thanks for hopping on. It's credit cards. If you show that you can actually manage your credit cards and revolving accounts, okay, the banks will actually try to bump up your credit max. If it's 1,000, they can actually make it 2,000. Once they see that you're actually able to manage your credit, you get so many benefits. And I'm not gonna tell you to take advantage of all of it. Be reasonable enough and then make the choice. Don't live beyond your means, guys. That is what I always tell people. Don't live beyond your means. You might have a credit card, you might have a debit card. Before you use a credit card, make sure you have enough on your debit card to pay off what you're using a credit card for. Don't go and buy something with a credit card when you know you can't pay it off. Okay? So make sure you have the responsibility of keeping your credit maximum or your credit threshold below 30 or 35%. Okay, do that, and it's gonna keep you. It'll help you maintain good credit. Okay, don't use your credit like haphazardly. Use your credit wisely. Okay, don't go open unnecessary accounts. Like I said before. Okay, it's best to have between 3 to 5 accounts. Okay, manage that, and it's gonna help you. If you have any questions, please chime it in. Today I'm in the mood to answer a lot of questions. So G said, does it make sense to pay off immediately or wait a little while? Actually, it depends. It depends on yes, it depends on the account. But normally, ideally, okay, you can pay it off immediately. And like I said before, it depends. Yes, and obviously before the due date. And like I said, if you have a due date, try to pay twice before the due date. You can make the first payment like 15 days before the due date, and then make the second payment like 3 days before the due date. It'll trick the system to thinking that you've made twice of a payment. Okay, and it's gonna help you out. And you can pay immediately if you have the money. Okay, some of us have jobs that are not so, we can't live off our jobs because they don't pay enough, and we have so much responsibilities. So some of us can't pay it off right away. It's not a crime. That's why these financial institutions give you a gap between 30, 60, 90 days to pay it, depending on what institution it is. Okay, if you've been given 30 days, once you haven't crossed that 29th day mark, you're safe. You can pay it off in full, in bits, just until that don't cross that line. Don't cross that due date line. Okay, that's gonna hurt you. And late payments, let me tell you, can hit you up to 100 points. It can remove up to 100 points from your credit score. Okay, so you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to mess up. You don't want to mess up your credit by doing this. Okay. Please be cautious of credit card solicitors. Okay. Once some companies see that you're actually managing your card right, you have a few amounts of cards, they will try to issue new cards to you. Please be cautious of that. You don't, like I said, don't live beyond your means. Get cards you can manage. Stick between the 3 to 5 cards. Okay, be in the safe zone. Don't go beyond your means. Don't get more than you can manage. Okay, it might seem too good. These guys gave me a $5,000 card increment. That's good. They want to issue different cards to me because they think I'm doing awesome. Well, let me get that card. Please be cautious. If you know you can't manage all the number of cards you have, please never close an account. Never close a credit account. Your credit cards, never close them. Instead of closing them, you can physically cut it so you don't use it. That will build up your credit history for you. It'll build up the duration of use for you. Okay, and that goes into your credit report. Okay, so please let's be wise. Let's be cautious. Let's make decisions that's gonna help us, not hurt us. Okay. And please pay down or pay off your credit debts. Like I said before, yes, you can leave it open without using it. Instead of closing your account will hurt you. It'll go on your credit score, and now you need to dispute to get it off. Please don't close it. Don't close the account. Instead of closing it, physically cut the card. You can throw it away, but never close an account, because that will help you in the long run. 4 to 5 years, it'll build up your credit. Instead of cutting that card, or instead of closing that account, right? When you close that account, do you know what happens? It goes to your credit report, and now you need to dispute it because it's a negative. And I'm going to tell you, it'll cost you money. So why don't you keep the account alive and cut the card physically instead of closing it and paying to fix that thing? You don't want to do that. Okay. So pay down your credit cards, guys. Make sure you don't reach your credit limit. Okay. Use just up to 30% of your credit limit and you'll be safe. All right. If you have a $2,000 card, make sure you don't cross the $600 usage. If you have 1,000, make sure you don't go beyond the $300 usage. Guys, let's be proactive. Okay, nice. Jay, thanks. I appreciate that decision. Don't close an account. Okay. So review your account to make sure your information is all accurate. You don't want someone taking credit for your hard work. Okay. Check your credit report. You know, you need to be proactive. Keep an eye on your credit report. You need to be checking your credit report as timely in a timely manner. You know, there are services that provide 24/7 access to your credit report instead of some banks that will give you just two times access to your credit report in a whole year. Okay, I we work in a company that gives you 24/7 access to your credit report. Sorry, excuse me. So please, if you find that I've thrown in some nuggets over here, something that's going to help a lot of people, share this, like it, comment on it. I'm going to leave my contacts in the chat room, my comment section. You can hit me up. You can contact me. It's Saturday. I'm working, but I need to take care of the people close to me too. So I'm going to be hopping off real soon. And I know Mimi is watching this. I'll see you soon, Mimi. And please, like I said, always review your credit report between, at least 4 times in a year to check if there are errors on them. You need to stay ahead of time, guys. You need to be proactive. Okay. It hurts me when someone goes to a car dealer and they're given a car, and what hurts me is they'll be paying for a Mercedes, meanwhile they're driving a Camry or a Corolla. Please, your interest rates are going to be so high. All right, we don't want to be doing that. Okay, you want to get a car. Okay, I'm not going to say go get a cheap car, and I'm not going to say go get an expensive car. Get a car you can manage, and make sure your interest rates are below 5%. Just make sure of that. And the only way you can make sure of that is if you have good credit. Let's get your credit fixed. Okay, get back to whatever you need to do. Get the house, get the car, get the loans, get the credit cards, get whatever you need, guys. Some people want to build up credit. They need loans. With bad credit, there's no way they're gonna issue a loan for you. And if they issue out a loan, trust me, the interest rates are gonna be it's gonna be crazy. Okay, fix your credit. I help people fix their credit. You can reach out to me. I'm gonna help you out. I have 3 people who called me. Okay, that's why I had interruptions in the call. 3 people called me already. I need to respond to them. Okay, they need their credit fixed. So please, if you have any question, comment, chime it down in the chat section. In fact, I'm gonna leave my phone number right away. Hold on. So don't be scared to hit me up. Don't be scared to chat me. I'll definitely respond to your text messages. Share this, tag friends, have them see this video, because guys, I'm in the mood, or it's a mission for me to change our mindset, the way we think, the way we approach credit, the way we were taught, which was wrong. Okay, my next video is going to be covering some myths, some unnecessary lies about credit that people have in their heads or have been taught. So stay tuned in. I might probably hop back on Sunday, or maybe during the weekdays or next week. Just, you don't know. Just stay on the lookout. Hey, Jojo, thanks for hopping on. Please, Jojo, I'm just about to hop off. So do you know what? As soon as I hop off, start watching this video from the beginning. And it has a lot of information. Please, tag your friends. Okay? Tag them. Have them watch this video. Share this video. Like it. If you have questions, ask. I'm going to reach out to you. Okay? Once again, you saw the headline, the reason what I did for this whole Facebook Live. So if you want info considering that, you want to fix your credit, I'm the best guy to reach out to. You can reach out to me. I can respond to you any day. Okay, we'll get started that quick, right away. I'm sick and tired of people telling me they're sick and tired of what they're doing. Please, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, take an action. Your credit is not going to fix itself. Okay? You need to take the first step. People go to church and pray, God, please order my steps. If you don't take a step, which steps are God, what steps is God going to order? So please take a step. Take that initiative to fix your own credit, and it will be worth your while. People say credit repair is expensive. Guys, God knows how long it took you to rack up those bad credit. Okay? If it's going to take you a shorter time to fix that credit, why wouldn't you do it? Nana, thanks for hopping on. If it's going to take you a shorter period to fix your credit, of course, credit repair is not free. If you want free credit repair, do it yourself. There's a reason why we take our cars to mechanic to have an oil change. We could have each actually done it ourselves back at home. Okay, there's a reason why we go to the barber shop to get our hair cut. I, back in high school, was cutting my whole hair. So, okay, there's a reason why we go to these professionals to do what they do, because they know the best way to follow without any bad feedback. Okay, so if you want to fix your credit for free, do it yourself. Do your own research, follow the process, But if you want your credit fixed by a professional, we work with a professional company. I'm a professional myself. You can reach out to me. I'm going to help you fix your credit. Please share this video. Guys, it is very important to me. I'm on a mission to change the mindsets, educate a lot of people about credit, okay? Help fix, those who have made poor decisions in the past. It's still not too late. They can fix your credit. They can remove every single negative item from their credit report. They can, okay? We leverage a law, and we can use that to remove every single negative item from your credit report. Rebecca, thanks for hopping on. Okay, we do that, and people come back to me in like 3-4 months with big smiles on their face, with a lot of thank yous, and nothing makes me happier than hearing a thank you from somebody I helped. Okay, I appreciate the thank yous that people tell me. It actually boosts my morale to help a lot more people. So if you know you've messed up your credit, it's still not too late. Reach out to me. My phone number is in the chat section. Hit me up, text me, call me. I'm always available. Okay, sometimes I'm even available till like 4 a.m. So yeah, I'm an early bird. So try as much as possible. Let's employ these points that I've put out here. Okay, let's do this. Let's get our credit on the right track. And trust me, once you fix your credit, your life will fall in place. Okay, if it's the house you want, you are at liberty to pay or to get a house. Okay, if it's a car you want, get the car with the best interest rates possible. All this is going to be possible only if you have good credit. Because I know somebody who had about, together with his wife, were making up to like $180,000 a year. They wanted to get a car. They had the money, but they were still declined. Do you know why? Cash is king, but credit is power. If you're a king, you are a king, and you don't have power, trust me, you're like a toothless lion. You're useless. Okay? So please, get your credit in the right path. Okay? Take the necessary steps you need to take. Get your credit good. All right? And everything you need is going to be handed down to you with no extra cost. It's not sensible to be paying for a Camry or to be paying for a Mercedes and driving a Camry. Why would you do that? Well, some people are ignorant. They don't know so much. That's why I'm here. I'm teaching people. So please share this video, comment, tag your friends, help as many people to watch this video as possible. Okay? And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, don't hesitate to chime it in the chat section. I'll get back to you guys. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. Me, I'm about to celebrate one of my friends' birthday for her. So see you guys on the flip side. And please, let's take this initiative and let's change our lives. Have a blessed day. Take care. Bye.